The approach does not begin with a hidden plan. Hyenas split directions, stay close, and force the prey to constantly change its path. Each individual holds position, turning confusion into an advantage for the entire group. Any newcomer seeking a share must also hesitate before jaws ready to respond. On the savanna, strategy paves the way for strength. Across Africa, hyenas appear as tireless shadows of the savanna. With powerful jaws, they can break through hard bone material to access nutrients. This species lives in a matriarchal system, with groups that can number several dozen individuals. A keen sense of smell and strong tracking ability allow them to pursue targets with high efficiency. By clearing away remains left behind, they help maintain balance within the ecosystem. On the Serengeti, the wildebeest stands as a symbol of endurance across vast migration routes. An adult can weigh over 450 pounds, with powerful shoulder muscles, strong strides, and forward-curving horns. Against such formidable targets, spotted hyenas do not rely on a single individual. They observe, maintain contact, and coordinate to identify weak points within the formation. The tension rises during the dry season as the hyena clan initiates a psychological strategy, moving in directly to trigger large-scale confusion. The pace intensifies rapidly when they isolate a single target at a distance of just a few feet. A prolonged chase forces the wildebeest to swing its horns repeatedly in search of an escape path. Yet the clan's persistent encirclement steadily limits every option for recovery. In another scenario during peak migration, hyenas focus on the edges of the herd, searching for young individuals that fall behind. This is when the grassland witnesses a remarkable display of maternal instinct, as a newborn, trailing miles behind the group, becomes vulnerable. Facing immediate danger, the mother suddenly turns back and charges straight into the risk zone to create an opening for her calf. Pack coordination allows hyenas to recognize the right moment to close in, but the final outcome depends entirely on the endurance of each individual. If hyenas represent the discipline of the pack, lions embody individual strength on the savanna. An adult male lion can weigh around 500 pounds, far exceeding most spotted hyenas at roughly 180 pounds. Yet between these long-standing rivals, size alone does not determine the outcome. Each encounter depends on numbers and psychological limits, where collective pressure continuously tests the resolve of the grassland's dominant predator. When a food source appears, A male lion steps out from the brush and moves forward with purpose. Massive shoulder muscles and a bite force estimated at around 650 pounds per square inch immediately create a clear mechanical advantage. The space opens up as several hyenas on the outer edge step back to maintain distance. When a weaker individual is restrained, a direct confrontation becomes highly unfavorable for the hyenas. The balance shifts when a younger lion becomes separated from its group in open ground. Calls from hyenas carry for miles, drawing in more individuals and turning caution into a tightening circle. They divide directions and take turns moving closer, forcing the lion to constantly turn and defend. When the situation reaches 4 against 1, collective pressure places the stronger animal at a disadvantage, and the lion is eventually forced to withdraw. On the savanna, the one that controls distance often controls the encounter. As a result, lion meals are frequently contested by resourceful hyena clans. While a lion can overpower a hyena in a direct clash, it struggles to withstand the sustained pressure of a large group and their persistent psychological tactics. Across the dry grasslands, the rhinoceros appears like an immovable fortress. Weighing over 4,000 pounds, with thick skin and a sharp horn nearly 3 feet long, it becomes a powerful deterrent. A single forceful charge is enough to make even top predators maintain a safe distance. Yet hyenas, driven by a relentless instinct, continue to search patiently for variables within this solid defense. They deploy a dispersed strategy to probe an adult rhinoceros, but these close approaches are only brief tests to measure distance and risk limits. When the rhino surges forward, kicking up dust with heavy strides, the clan finds it difficult to sustain pressure. Their optimal target becomes the vulnerable calf that stays close under the protection of its mother. The mother rhino constantly pivots, lowers its horn, and blocks every direction of approach, turning its massive body into a final barrier against the predators. But the hyenas do not rush. They spread out, take turns moving in, pull back, and then press again from multiple directions. After hours of tension, the distance between mother and calf gradually widens, leaving the young one struggling to keep pace within the shifting circle. The savanna slowly returns to its familiar stillness. Within the savanna ecosystem, the relationship between spotted hyenas and leopards is a tense competition for survival. The leopard is a solitary predator, known for its silence, precision, and control of space. Its remarkable adaptation allows it to drag prey, weighing over 150 pounds up into tree branches around 20 feet high, to secure ownership of its resources. Yet that elevated zone of safety is never entirely guaranteed. The keen sense of smell of spotted hyenas can detect food traces carried on even the slightest breeze. Once the signal spreads through the group, they move continuously, following the scent to find an opportunity to close in. As soon as a leopard makes a successful hunt and prepares to lift its catch into a tree, pressure builds rapidly. 3 to 5 hyenas spread out, narrowing the angles and forcing the leopard to react within seconds. Facing both numerical pressure and a powerful bite force, the leopard must commit all its energy to climbing quickly to higher ground. The prey is often left behind on the ground, becoming a reward for the hyena clan. At times, driven by hunger, the experienced hunter may respond with firm warning actions. Younger hyenas pull back, creating a brief and fragile balance between both sides. Even so, the leopard's individual skill can sometimes yield to the positional discipline and collective pressure of the hyena clan. In the wild, taking risks always comes with a significant cost. Across the Serengeti grasslands, the topi lives in a constant state of readiness. Long legs, lean muscle, and speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour allow it to maintain distance from many threats. But across this vast landscape, speed only matters when awareness is uninterrupted. Spotted hyenas wait patiently for that exact moment. As midday temperatures approach 90 degrees Fahrenheit, an adult topi moves into the shade to ease the heat. From the distant low grass, hyenas track every subtle change in its posture. At the slightest sudden movement, the topi reacts instantly, rising, lowering its head, and using its horns to create space. It surges across the dry ground, relying on speed to break away from the growing pressure behind it. The hyenas follow closely, maintaining steady pressure until the target gradually loses its advantage. The close of this cycle leaves no visible trace of conflict, only a quiet transfer of energy. That cycle continues to sustain the endless rhythm of the wild. In that balance, hyenas are not only scavengers, but also persistent hunters. At dawn, across the low grasslands, the elephant appears like a living memory of the savanna. An adult African elephant can weigh over 12,000 pounds and stand more than 10 feet at the shoulder. When unease is sensed, the herd closes ranks, placing the calves safely at the center. Against such a structure, hyenas rarely choose direct confrontation. They remain at the edge of distance, reading the wind and observing movement patterns, focusing only when a calf becomes separated from the group. But that advantage is brief. With just a turn and a few steps forward from an adult female, the entire test ends immediately. For this reason, the connection between hyenas and elephants is not only defined by encounters, but also by what follows. When an elephant falls due to age or illness, hyenas become one of the most efficient recyclers of the savanna, returning energy back to the land. In nature, some forms of strength are not meant to dominate, but to remind others of their limits. In a split second, the snake launches forward, locking onto the smallest opening ahead. It does not need to chase, only to deliver a strike with precise timing. That speed leaves both prey and other predators with no time to react. In the wild, venom, reflexes, and silence can shift the balance in an instant. When the strike arrives faster than instinct can respond, who can still escape? Beneath the shadow of dry African savanna shrubs, survival boundaries are often decided by speed and reflexes. The black mamba moves across the ground at speeds of around 12 miles per hour. When threatened, it often opens its jet-black mouth and delivers a clear warning display. That moment is enough to make many predators reconsider their distance. Its most formidable tool lies in fast-acting neurotoxic venom. Even a small amount, around 0.0035 ounces, can have a serious effect on the nervous system if not addressed in time. Yet in the wild, the black mamba does not seek unnecessary confrontation. It relies on speed, warning posture, and precise strikes to create an opportunity to withdraw. This is a lesson in distance, where the wiser choice is often to step back. Within the black mamba's range, respecting its warning signals is the key to continued survival. Across stretches of scorching sand, venomous snakes exist as symbols of silence and warning. They do not rely on noisy pursuit, but control space through fast reflexes, precise distance, and specialized venom. Yet that power still faces a harsh test. The honey badger, an animal known for pushing many survival limits. When its survival boundary is crossed, the snake coils instantly and springs forward like a compressed spring, delivering a rapid strike to maintain distance. That defensive move meets a thick layer of skin, about 0.24 inches, loose and highly flexible. This unique structure allows the honey badger to twist its body, making it difficult for the snake to fully control the angle of contact. Even so, venom remains a defining factor, capable of weakening the opponent quickly. It is this advantage that helps the snake maintain its place among the most formidable predators in the wild. In the natural world, The eagle is often a major threat to reptiles. But when the talons fail to secure the head, the situation can shift in an instant. The snake uses its flexible body to twist and coil upward in a countermove. The venom begins to take effect, reducing the predator's ability to maintain control in flight. In nature, victory does not always belong to the stronger one, but to the one that sustains its survival instinct to the very end. Snakes are among the most ancient and resilient predators in the animal kingdom. From grasslands and wetlands to dense forests and arid terrain, they always find a way to remain concealed. Their long, flexible bodies and slow metabolism allow them to conserve energy while waiting for the right moment. Among more than 3,000 species, some rely on venom, others on constriction, and some succeed through ambush. That quiet presence makes snakes a subtle force in maintaining the balance of survival. The king cobra is often regarded as the king of snakes. It is the longest venomous snake in the world, reaching lengths of up to 18 feet. When it raises the front of its body, spreads its hood, and releases a low warning sound, it turns its size into a powerful display. This species is mainly found in forests, grasslands, and wetlands across South Asia and Southeast Asia. Yet in the wild, no dominance is ever beyond challenge. A notable rival of the king cobra is the mongoose, a small, fast mammal with some resistance to certain neurotoxins. When they meet, the encounter is not defined by strength alone, but by reflexes and distance. The king cobra controls the situation with short, precise strikes supported by potent venom. The mongoose stays low to the ground, shifts direction constantly, and waits for the timing to slow. A single mistimed moment can be enough to change the outcome. What makes the king cobra even more unique is its highly specialized diet, with nearly 90% consisting of other snakes. From smaller water snakes and rat snakes to even species carrying strong neurotoxins, it adapts with precision. During times of limited food or territorial pressure, it may also consume smaller individuals of its own kind. For the king cobra, the world of snakes is not only a field of rivals, but also a source of energy that sustains its position within the forest. Beneath the dark waters of wetlands, a massive presence remains hidden among the vegetation. It is the Burmese python, one of the largest snakes in the world. Non-venomous, yet equipped with formidable physical strength. With a length of around 16 feet and weights exceeding 200 pounds in large individuals, it does not rely on long-distance speed to control its target. Its true advantage lies in a muscular body, ambush ability, and tightening pressure that increases with each coil. A young American alligator unknowingly enters a danger zone in a wetland area of Florida, United States. Without sound and without venom, the python secures its target with the precision of a patient hunter. Each coil reduces the space for resistance, turning water, mud, and roots into a natural trap. That hunting method is not limited to American wetlands. In Africa, the African rock python is also a powerful ambush specialist, often found in grasslands, wetlands, and river edges across sub-Saharan regions. Equally formidable, it is enough to make many predators remain cautious. In rare encounters, even the lion or the honey badger can be caught off guard if they move too close to its defensive range. A story of the highest level of survival is not defined by blind confrontation, but by those who understand and respect boundaries to preserve life. Beneath the forests of West and Central Africa, the layer of fallen leaves conceals a master of ambush. The Gaboon viper is not built to chase, but to turn stillness into a survival advantage. With a heavy body, a length of nearly 7 feet, and patterns that resemble dry leaves, it blends seamlessly into the forest floor. Its greatest strength lies not in speed, but in the ability to wait for the exact moment. The diet of this hidden hunter is varied, ranging from lizards and birds to rodents and small animals. When a target steps into range, the quiet forest shifts instantly. In a fraction of a second, fangs measuring up to about 2 inches extend with a fast, precise strike. Without prolonged pursuit, the Gaboon viper relies on venom to take control of the situation, allowing the forest to return to stillness. That energy-efficient strategy continues in the way it reproduces. The female does not lay eggs, but gives birth to live young after a long gestation period. Each litter often includes around 20 to 50 offspring. From the moment they are born, the young are capable of surviving on their own, already equipped with colors and patterns that provide effective camouflage within the natural forest environment. The rattlesnake is one of the most silent predators in North America. It does not rely on long pursuits, but on camouflage, sensing vibrations, and a tongue that gathers scent signals from the air. When a target is detected, the snake remains almost motionless, waiting until the distance is close enough before delivering a precise strike. The rattling sound from its tail marks the final boundary before danger. In dim wetlands, The eastern diamondback rattlesnake waits in quiet ambush. With a body reaching nearly 8 feet and an average venom yield of about 0.016 ounces, it stands among the most formidable rattlesnakes. It moves low to the ground, creating almost no sound, and patiently closes the distance. When a young American alligator enters range, the snake needs only a precise moment to gain advantage. From above, the red-tailed hawk can shift the balance. With sharp vision and a controlled descent, this bird of prey forces the snake to coil, raise its head, and keep distance. This is not a chaotic clash, but a test of reflexes between sky and ground. A slight mistiming can quickly reverse the situation. On the ground, the roadrunner challenges the snake with speed. At nearly 20 miles per hour, it closes in, shifts direction, and forces repeated reactions. Each feint turns the open land into a test of nerve and survival instinct. In that world, the rattlesnake does not dominate absolutely. It endures through warning, patience, and precise timing. Hyenas show that advantage does not always belong to the largest presence on the grasslands. Endurance allows them to maintain momentum, while coordination helps the group stay in control. When an opportunity appears, the entire group quickly turns a small edge into control. In nature, those that are patient and adaptable often gain the advantage. Like and subscribe to continue following these remarkable survival strategies.